The Looking Glass River Intercounty Drain. This presentation has been prepared at the request of the Looking Glass River Intercounty Drainage Board to provide information related to the upcoming maintenance work on the Looking Glass River Intercounty Drain. Woodworth and Associates and LSG engineers and surveyors are responsible for the contents of this presentation. The Looking Glass River runs from its headwaters in Livingston County to its mouth in the Grand River at Portland. The river is the outlet for numerous natural watercourses, county and intercounty drains, draining approximately 280 square miles in parts of 5 counties. The river is a resource critical for agricultural, residential, and commercial drainage. It also provides wildlife habitat and recreational opportunities such as kayaking, canoeing, fishing, and hunting. The Looking Glass River Intercounty Drain is a portion of the Looking Glass River and is depicted here by the heavy dark blue line. This is the reach of the river that we are discussing as part of this presentation. These are the conditions at many locations along the river. Log jams, floodwood, and deadfalls restrict the flow of the river, obstruct drainage, and hinder recreational activities. As trees die, they fall, choking the river, causing erosion and disrupting the flow of the drain. Numerous attempts have been made to open portions of the river. Here, volunteers from the Friends of the Looking Glass River work to open parts of the channel. Their work is mainly geared for improving recreational uses such as canoeing and kayaking. Typically, this work only opens a portion of the channel. The remaining debris simply traps more debris, necessitating future removals. This is not a new problem. As early as 1881, the state of Michigan recognized the need that something should be done with the Looking Glass River. Public Act 239 of 1881 intended to deal with, quote, removing floodwood, opening, widening, deepening, and straightening the Looking Glass River to aid in draining and reclaiming the open swamp and overflowed lands, end quote. The Looking Glass River Intercounty Drain was established by an 1886 order establishing improvements. It is 36 miles in length and includes the portion of the river from the township line between DeWitt and Olive Townships in Clinton County, upstream through Shiawassee County to the county line between Shiawassee and Livingston counties. Michigan's current law recognizes that drains established under prior law remain public drains. The Looking Glass River Intercounty Drain is managed by a drainage board made up of a representative of the Michigan Department of Agriculture and Rural Development, MDARD, as the chair, and the drain commissioners from each of the counties having lands served by the drain. Since the 1880s, there has been a recognized need for maintenance activities on the Looking Glass River. Proposed maintenance activities resulted in a 1944 order establishing a drainage district boundary. This map shows the drainage district boundary as established in the 1944 order. The boundary is much larger than the established portion of the intercounty drain, shown as the heavier blue line, indicating the need for a district boundary revision. The recommended changes to the district boundary correspond to the reach of the intercounty drain as it was established in 1886. What you see in gold or yellow are the areas of the 1944 district that are recommended to be removed. They are not served by the intercounty drain. Blue areas are lands that actually drain into the Looking Glass River intercounty drain, but were not included in the 1944 district. The lands shown in blue are recommended to be added to the district. The recommended district is approximately 120,500 acres or 188 square miles and includes parts of Clinton, Ingham, Livingston, and Shiawassee counties. When an inspection of a drain shows that the boundaries of the drainage district need to be revised, Section 197 of the Drain Code provides a procedure to accomplish this. In general, this procedure includes a recommendation based on available data and field confirmation, a notification of landowners and municipalities of a pending change in boundaries, a day of review, an order either revising or retaining the drainage district boundaries, and an opportunity to appeal the order. Available data includes the use of current technology, mapping, and topographic information. This image shows a portion of the Looking Glass watershed LiDAR topographic data highlighted using a hill shading technique. This is extremely useful in understanding the lay of the land and direction of water flow. The red line identifies the ridge line or drainage district divide. The heavy blue line denotes the river. The lighter blue lines the tributary drains. Once a preliminary district boundary is identified using available data, it is then confirmed or truthed in the field. A visual inspection determines if there have been local factors that affect the drainage patterns and flow of water near the boundary. These could include such things as structures, earthwork changes, or road building and culvert installation. Once a boundary recommendation is made, the Drainage Board issues a notice of a day of review of district boundaries. This notice is sent to each of the municipalities and landowners within the district. The day of review of drainage district boundaries provides the landowners with the opportunity to provide input and participate in the decision-making process and share information and local knowledge about the lands involved. Certainly, the condition of the Looking Glass River Intercounty drain indicates the need for maintenance, and maintenance is contemplated. In fact, it has already started. It includes removal of the log jams and fallen trees to allow for the free flow of the drain, and removal of leaners, or trees that will someday fall into the drain. This reduces the need for future maintenance. The first maintenance activities started on a 9-mile reach of the drain in Shiawassee County from near I-69 downstream to Fenner Road. The work of volunteers is certainly appreciated, but is limited when it comes to the size and extent of log jams. Experience has shown that complete removal of log jams and floodwood improves the flow of a river, particularly at lower stages. It is not unusual to find flow dropped 12, 18, even 24 inches in the channel by removing log jams. In those instances, farm tiles and tributary county drains work more efficiently. This allows the land to dry out more quickly, improving agriculture, roads, and travel near the river. During higher flows and flooding events, log jams, trees, and other obstructions have less of an effect on flows because the river is already flowing out of bank, through, around, and along its floodplain. Maintenance work bid by the Intercounty Drainage Board will generally be for work by contractors using larger construction equipment. Long-reach machinery, grapples, and similar equipment pluck the floodwood from the river and relocate it to areas where it will not re-enter the river. Selective clearing removes leaners and potential hazards and provides an access or maintenance way, but also saves many trees that don't present a maintenance or access problem. The proposed maintenance is not intended to clear-cut the drain's right-of-way. No excavation is proposed. No landowner or other petitions are required. No MDEQ permit is necessary. There are limitations on drain maintenance expenditures. The maximum limit is set by the Michigan Drain Code at $5,000 per mile of drain per year. In this case, 36 miles at $5,000 per mile limits the annual maintenance cost to $180,000. Who pays for the cost of the maintenance? Counties for benefit to county roads, MDOT for highway drainage, townships and municipalities for benefits to public health, and landowners for benefits derived. There are an estimated 12,200 parcels within the proposed drainage district. The removal of trees, log jams, and floodwood from the Looking Glass River Intercounty drain has a direct benefit to drainage generally and agricultural drainage specifically. Indirectly, the maintenance benefits recreation by opening previously inaccessible portions of the river, lengthening portions open for recreation, and reducing dangers to boaters, kayakers, and canoeists. Because the river bottom will not be disturbed, the fishery and habitat will not be disrupted. This concludes the presentation. Frequently asked questions and answers have been prepared and can be obtained separately on this webpage. If you have any additional questions, please feel free to contact your County Drain Commissioner.